My name is Twana Johnson, and I'm going to do my communication research speech from my Communication 110 class. And this is my audience. Today I want to talk to you about self-concept and self-esteem. How you view yourself and how others view you has a lot to do with the way that you communicate. Hewitt W., who is an educational psychologist, stated the term self is generally used in reference to the conscious reflection of one's own being or identity. Self-concept is the mental image one has of oneself. It is often considered as the cognitive or thinking aspect of self, which is your self-image. Self-esteem is a confidence and satisfaction in oneself. It is often used to refer to the affective or emotional aspect, which is how you feel or how you value yourself, which is your self-worth. In order to build your self-esteem and your self-concept, you have to understand your identity. And in understanding your identity, you need to know that who you are does not determine how you act. But who you think you are determines how you act. And when you know who you are, you know what to do. And people cannot steal who you are, but they can steal your understanding of who you are. According to Wikipedia.org, communication is an activity of conveying information. You can convey information through thoughts and messages, and you use that in speech, visuals, signals, writing, and or behavior. According to researcher Chris Muirk, he has 5 dimensions of self-esteem that he thinks affects your feelings about yourself and the way that you communicate with others. The first is competence. Competence is your belief about your ability to be effective. Worthiness. That is your belief about the way other people value you. Cognition is your belief about your character and your personality. Affect is how you evaluate yourself. The feelings generated by your evaluation determines whether you'll be stable or you'll be able to change. In her book, The People Making, Virginia Sater, she notes that every person has feelings of worth, positive or negative. The question is, which one do you have? Every person communicates. The question is how and what what happens as the result. Every person follows rules. The question is, what kind and how well do they work at them? And last but not least, every person is linked to society. The question is, in what way and what are the results? In conclusion, the way you value yourself, the way you view yourself, the way you feel about yourself does have an impact on your communication with others. That being said, I have an activity that I would like for everyone to do. And in this activity, you can read the directions, and basically what you're going to do is you're going to number number it from 6 to 1 going across. And then at the end, once you have number going across from 6 to 1, you will then add up your numbers at the bottom. And then the 2 highest numbers that you have, which would determine your color, which could be red, orange, yellow, green, blue, or purple. Then you will basically go to the chart that's back here. And with this chart, you can determine the type of personality that you have, the type of person that you are. And when you do this, then you evaluate whether or not you think these results are true. And then after you evaluate those results, you can sit and talk with someone that you know or you're in relationship with, to see if they feel like these results are true. And then after you do that, you will then look at the back of the paper for your major strengths. And then after you look at your major strengths, you will also evaluate to see the things that you can do to be able to communicate with others in relationship with, when you're in relationship with others, you can use this to help you learn how to communicate with them.